Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank right there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, I can use this right now. Welcome, everybody. I got some quick videos and photos I want to show you guys while we go live right fast. And I want this to be a quick live because I'm pretty sure y'all probably have things that y'all got to do on today. Happy Sunday to each and every one of y'all. And please forgive me. Some of y'all kind of went off on Miss D Gail. Say, hey, beautiful love. Ahmad's in chat. How you doing, Miss D Gail? Welcome. D Gail, how are you, honey? Okay, pop right up for me. Let me turn this down. Let me turn this down right quick. This phone right here, oh gosh, this is like a phone for something else, but this thing's so slow, y'all. How y'all doing on today? Y'all, please forgive me. It's a video that I made on yesterday. Y'all, I was so upset. I was so upset, y'all. When I see that witch be attacking me, y'all, this is a real witch, y'all. I'm talking about, and I didn't mean to act like that on the other side of social media, y'all. Please forgive me. That's a real witch, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I was going through torment for years from this witch. Y'all don't understand. When I see a real witch, that's a real witch in the flesh, y'all. A demonic one. Miss DeGale said, I'm doing great. I'm glad to hear that, Miss DeGale. So we're gonna probably have like let me pull this out right quick. Y'all, any messages that I'm getting is gonna come on this phone very slow because I'm using the one I normally read off right now. So I can show y'all some photos and stuff at this phone. So it's gonna have a little delay. So y'all remember when we was talking about the prophecies and different things like that? Lovely Lisa say, good morning, Bunny in chat. How you doing, Miss Lovely Lisa? Welcome, honey. Welcome, welcome. And I don't want nobody to feel like they feel uh because I know at times people can feel like down or depressed at times. You always keep your spirit uplift because we human. We're gonna make mistakes and we can't keep holding each other to the fire, especially when you see people trying to do great things. You cheer them on. That's the case. Nobody upon this face of the earth shouldn't make mistakes at all, but we do. We human. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna fall and we get back up. God said, keep on moving. Miss Lovely Lisa, how you doing, love? But y'all remember we have talked about different prophecies in the Bible that's going to come to pass. Now, some of y'all probably already seen this video where a lot of our food that we eat is being played with. See, did he put the whole thing? Okay, I got everything in one. So I'm going to show y'all with the pink salmon. I found out, and y'all, I love pink salmon. I found out, like, even with the pink salmon, um, scientists started creating a fake salmon. I guess when they released it in the ocean, somehow this pink salmon was contaminated with worms. And it started eating the real salmon that was created by God. And when it was eating it, it was passing on these little parasites, started getting in the good pink salmon, the ones that we can eat. And it started contaminating them too with the worms. So I was seeing pictures all over the internet. I'm just play clips here and there, y'all. So just be patient with me. Let's see. Let me go back. Okay, this is one. Y'all see the worms? Hold on, let me go back again. I don't know why it cut off so fast. Okay, this is the video with the pink salmon, with the worms. Lovely Lisa said, my mother dinner was yesterday, and it turned out like you said it would be. It was so beautiful, and everybody got along with each other. Glory be to God, Miss Lovely Lisa. Glory be to God. It just seemed like every single day God is giving me a new revelation. Carla, welcome, Miss Carla. Say, hey, beautiful love in chat. How you doing, Miss Carla? Y'all, if I forget anything, y'all please forgive me. I'm human. Y'all, I was going all morning, y'all. My mind is swinging here and there. I clearly I was going all morning. I'm just getting in the house probably like 30 minutes ago. So please forgive me, y'all, if my head all across the place. Miss Carla Miller speaking to DeGale and lovely Lisa. So y'all be careful when y'all eat these pink salmon. These pink salmon have parasites in it. So imagine if you don't cook this food well, and one of these parasites gets inside of your body, it's going to cause havoc in your body. They're tampering with the food, the salmon that God put upon this earth for us to eat. They started creating their own fish, their own chicken, down to the cabbage. Y'all ever notice when y'all cook food, the food don't even taste the same no more? You just study adding seasoning after seasoning after seasoning, and the food still don't have no taste. It's nasty. Even the meat tastes rubbery. And my thing is, why these people sitting here messing with the food? Leave it alone. Let the salmon reproduce itself. That's just wickery. Playing with the food. I want to eat. I want some real meat when I go to the store. When I go to Walmart, I want some real chicken. They happen to have been farming chicken, y'all, making artificial chicken. Now ask yourself, why would they make artificial chicken and meat? It's going to cause chaos in our body, y'all. Carla Miller said, hey, DeGale and lovely Lisa. Miss DeGale speaking to Miss Carla and Miss Lisa. Lovely Lisa said, happy Sunday, Miss Carla. So y'all, this is what we got to deal with on top of the medication you get from your doctor. You're getting the wrong meds. They're not even being truthful about that. Then on top of you getting the wrong med, you got to deal with all other chaos that's living around us right now that's being on the hush hush. So I'm finna show y'all this salmon right quick. Carla said, you so right about how food. Back in the days, our foremothers and fathers, they could have cooked snap peas. And it used to taste so good, y'all. When we get at the field, we have to shuck them and stuff like that, and they cook it down with the meat and stuff. It don't even taste like that no more, y'all. These people is sitting here playing around. Let me tell you, it's getting so bad to a point. They're playing around with the food. They want to be up in power so bad that they play with the food, y'all. They're trying to find every single thing to take control of, but God said he got control of everything. Look at this salmon now. When you created something in a lab, it's not created by God. This is something that man created. So when they create this salmon, they let it loose in the ocean, and it started contaminating all the great fishes in the ocean. These fishermen don't have no choice because they got to make money. They still got to catch these wild ones they create, and they mating, plus the ones that was very good that we could have eaten, that was very tasteful. They're just messing this whole world up, y'all. Carla Miller said, lovely Lisa said, right, nothing tastes the same anymore. No, lovely Lisa, it don't. Celeste T. Wilson, how you doing? Celeste said, hey, beautiful love, beautiful ladies, happy Sunday to you too, Miss Celeste. The food don't taste the same, y'all. It's all off. It make you sad. I want to go in my kitchen sometime and eat me some chicken. That's why I tell you I really eat meat. Because when you get the meat don't even taste good. You don't cook a full course Sunday dinner. You expect something to taste good the way you brought up and how you was brought up in the kitchen to cook. The food don't even taste good. You pouring a whole thing of seasoning, and you still ain't get no flavor from the food. Miss DeGale said, Carla Miller said, hey, Celeste. Miss DeGale said, food used to taste good back in the day, but food just don't taste good anymore. Miss DeGale, it don't. Because they creating food. These scientists is going in their lab, y'all, and making up different. Every food we eat, they already got a plan to make the same exact food, but it's artificial. more artificial. It's not real. Did y'all ever see on YouTube when they made the fake cabbage and they show y'all how they did it? They put it in some water. And then they had two African couple went back to the fish market. They was gonna go ham if they didn't get their money back because the fish was plastic. What is wrong with these people? They're not allowing the earth to reproduce itself. And you know, if the earth don't reproduce itself, it's slowly going to die off. And you know what that means? If it die off, we're going to die off. We're not coming back. But God got a plan for everything. Celeste T. Wilson said, Carla, Miss DeGale, you right. It doesn't taste good anymore. It's no good. It's y'all, I haven't had a good cooked meal in a long time. Everything is so tainted. It's not good no more. Only place you will probably find some good food, you got to go to the mom and pop grocery stores. When they sit and produce things on their own and take it to the FDA or something like that and get it approved before they put it in the stores, those are the only place you can catch where the food still tastes good. Even the eggs, y'all, the eggs is nasty. $11 for a carton of eggs, y'all. The eggs didn't even taste the same. I cooked the eggs the other night, y'all, when I show y'all the spicy egg that my baby girl made. It was made, I think it was close to 30 seasoning, but it's good, y'all. Let me go back to this pink salmon so y'all can see all this parasite in this mess that they want us to eat. Now, in order for you to eat this pink salmon, I was told it got to be like 20 Celsius or something like that for 7 days, and then you take it at the refrigerator and cook it. Now, the photo I'm about to show y'all, I'm about to play the video, is not that long. The young man said he threw it, the salmon was froze. He threw it out for 45 minutes. The worms must be still living, y'all. Living inside this salmon, and it's a bunch. Now, worms do live in certain fish, salmon, but it got worse. It's like more worse now, to where some salmon used to have it here and there's a mist thing, but now it's so overpopulated with worms. If one of these things get in your body, you know it can kill you. I had this happen to me before, y'all. I was in the hospital for 3 or 4 days because this parasite got inside my body and it reproduced, y'all. You know, it don't have to have a male and female to reproduce. They just reproduce. So every day, my doctor said, I don't want to lie, you. I just gonna make up a number. I think he said it was laying 100 eggs per day. I had to throw away every rag in my home from my bathroom. I had to sanitize my bathroom from top to bottom, and you would be pooping like never before. Y'all, I was so sick. My stomach been hurting. Something was tugging on my stomach. But the whole time, these parasites was reproducing. It was so much building up. Each day I didn't went to the hospital because I didn't know no better. It was populating so bad, it was actually tugging my stomach like a baby was in there. When I've been in surgery, y'all, because I got a very high pain tolerance. It's hard to put me under with anesthesia. And when the doctor put me under, he told the lady to hit me again because I didn't win. It had to hit me like 3 times before I actually went under. I could remember when it was cleaning me out, baby, I could have felt it. I was moaning. The man said, she waking up, just hit her, just give her a little bit more. Y'all, I was hollering on that table. I can remember it like yesterday. You hear me? So what they have to do, they have to actually go inside like a laser and they clean you out real well, all your intestines, then give you antibiotics. I had to take 3 antibiotics and no pills, but y'all, I know y'all seen antibiotics before, like how big they is. They've been double the size of a regular antibiotic pill. I had to take 3 different antibiotics. Now they questioned me. They said, was you out overseas or any foreign country? I said, no, that been years ago. I haven't been, overseas in a long time, or to any other foreign country. I've been in the States for a couple years now. They're scratching their head, the doctors. They said, where did you eat? I said, I went to Hibachi's. I ate something. The man asked me, do I want to try the sushi thing? Y'all never tried sushi before. So I've been wondering why he been making it. They was standing around him, the workers and stuff. They was watching him make it. I was thinking in my head, He been showing them how to make the thing. When I got home, y'all, and stood, I prayed my little fat, greedy behind at the time. I called myself, but I wasn't fat, y'all. My little big tail stood, I prayed before I eat. I popped that bad boy in my mouth. Ding, a light bulb ring in my head. You know I don't eat for nobody, right, y'all? That's when the light bulb went off. Dumb bunny. That's why I say to myself, dumb bunny. Been too late. I done ate it, swallow it down and everything. I said, oh, Lord, forgive me, God. It's in my body now. I said the whole time this food probably had something on this thing, because y'all know some of these people is wicked. I said that man probably put something on there the whole time, and these people was watching because they knew he wrapped some kind of parasitic thing around it. But I didn't pray before I eat my food, y'all. Greedy. But this is the video of the pink salmon. It's gonna go by fast, y'all. Look at them things crawling on this thing, yeah. Look how y'all see the little things sparkling? Those are worms. Y'all see how much worms in this thing? Good God Almighty. Celeste T. Wilson just stopped in to say hello. I'm so sleepy. I will catch the replay. Much love. Thank you, Miss Celeste. Celeste speaking to Miss Carla. Amela, how you doing, sis? Amela say, hello, my sister in chat. Welcome, Miss Amela. Lovely Lisa said, that's crazy, Bunny. Yeah, lovely Lisa, that's nasty, honey. That's nasty. I'm gonna show y'all the next video. The next video, y'all, I want to talk about was I ain't make or cook nothing. The next video I wanted to show y'all, it was the UFO. Now y'all know the military always had let me see. Carla Miller speaking to Miss Amela. Welcome, Miss Amela. Now y'all know the military always, well, I'm gonna say, officials always hiding things from us. I don't like it. It's not fair. I feel like if we paying taxes in this world, it should be open and honest with us. But they got people out here that be recording strange things and putting it on the internet. Hey, Dookie. Miss Lovely Lisa say, yes, we have to pray over our food every time. Miss Lovely Lisa, you is right. But I don't know how that day I forget to do that, Miss Lisa. Dookie said, good evening, beautiful in chat. I put up my picture to allow to see who Dookie is. Blessings. Oh, Dookie, that was so beautiful. Huh? Let me see the front. Yeah. You cook that, Mike. Yeah. Dookie, thank you, honey. Thank you. Miss Amela said, hello, Carla. Miss Amela speaking to you, Miss Carla. Now, I might have a delay in this phone, what I'm on right now, y'all. But just be patient. I'll answer your text. Sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to fix this so y'all can see more better. So it's going to be a little delay. So I'm going to show y'all this right here. Carla Miller speaking to Miss Celeste. Amela speaking to Miss Carla. So the next one I wanted to show y'all. Now I'm going to show y'all the meat again. It's going to go to the next one on its own, okay? Eat this thing here, y'all. Ooh, these phones and stuff do what they want to do, honey. I don't care for StreamYard, y'all. I'm going to be honest. I don't. StreamYard doesn't send your notification on time. And I believe you got to have a real big following to really mess with StreamYard. But this is the first one I was showing y'all about the meat. See the worms in it, y'all? Now, y'all see this picture of the UFO? Somebody on a motorcycle was actually recording this whole thing. Let me rewind it again. I didn't even realize this thing cut off this fast. So I'm going to put it back up again just in case who didn't saw it. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. Look at this, y'all. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. We living in Revelation now. A lot of hidden things is coming out. Now, I was told in the Bible, UFOs are the chariots of God. That's what was told to me. But give me your input on what y'all think about that. Carla Miller speaking to Dookie. Dookie speaking to Miss Carla. Y'all ever thought about it to yourself? Because this always ran through my mind. Ain't no way we the only people upon the face of the earth. It's impossible. Now I used to sit and ask myself, what if we the strange people living on earth and the people who looking at us think they're human? Y'all ain't never thought like other people living on other planets that we can't see is like it's being blocked out where we can't see these, or it could be they might look at us being strange. You know, they make God a head, one head and one arm and one leg. They might be thinking we look weird and they look good, or vice versa. We think like that about them. I just always felt like it's more on other planet besides what we live on. That's just my opinion. Now, y'all saw the military jets following this wrong balloon, y'all. Okay, they say it was like something like a spaceship and it was going pretty fast. But if you happen to see it on the phone, it looked like it's going real slow. Y'all, these people will not be open and transparent with us, right? So that bring it all this while I'm showing y'all all this go hand in hand together. Now y'all remember when I told y'all, let me see, matter of fact. It's on here. Okay, yep, it's on here. Okay, I'm just gonna show you a photo on this one. Y'all see this thing called Hidden All Over the US. This is the name of it. It's called Hidden All Over the US. Basically, they've been saying, because they got two hidden all over the US online. This one was really talking about how they have like hidden enemies living in our land. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. Donald Trump has said some cruel things about us. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nobody perfect, right? But me, I don't believe in that president thing and stuff. I don't do none of that stuff because you know the Most High God speaks about that. He's against it, right? Because He is the leader of all things, even this earth. It goes deeper than that. Unless one of His people is set in place, then you know you can vote. But when Donald Trump was in chair, it been more peace. It wasn't like a lot of he really was trying to bring peace between all the countries because you know all the other countries like Russia, Saudi Arabia, they was talking about Pakistan and China, all of them trying to join hands together to attack the US because you know the Bible even speaks about the World War III in Revelation. A lot of people don't believe in wars and wars and stuff, but it's in the Bible, wars and rumors of war. But the World War III is supposed to be the war that's supposed to take place in the US. Don't you know they were saying Pakistan was actually tag teaming with these other countries? Like it's like, okay, if you against me, I'm contacting you and say, you know what? I want to join force too. I'm down with you too. Because y'all got to understand, this U.S. did a lot of things to people, y'all. They play with your food. They make mockeries of these different countries. When I say mockery, they go in these people's land, try to steal their gold, treating people like crap over there, slapping them people upside their head. This doing all kind of stuff that y'all don't know about. Now, I'm going to say this, y'all. I had a recording from Bosnia years ago. It's a hidden recording that I had. And girl, how don't people live out there, y'all? Their houses was blown off and they had to still live in that house. It might be one room left on that big two-story house, but the whole family had to live in that one room. They didn't really have no food. These people, life living was diminished. It was swiped away because they bombed everything over there. So when the U.S. Military officials went inside, they try to, clean it up a little bit and, try to make people safe. But you got to understand, these people hometown. When I've been in Germany, some of them German women didn't want us out there. They be saying, go home. Why y'all here? Go back home. They didn't want us there. Miss Dookie speaking to Carla. Lovely Lisa said, we must definitely live in revelation. Yes, we is, Miss Lovely Lisa. I believe it. Dookie said, yes, sometime I think that because why they are going into space. Mr. Gill, my point exactly. Why they going up there? What's the purpose of them going up in space? It got to be something up there. It got to be something. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show y'all something too, y'all, about that. Y'all remember when I told y'all, and this got something to do with what you've been saying, Miss Miguel. Y'all remember I told y'all they was making like a I think it's like a nuclear weapon or something like that, where it can melt things. Like in Revelation, how the Most High speak about the ferment of the fire, the heat of it gonna be so hot that it gonna melt every single thing, even bricks. Let me show y'all this right here. Let me use this for an example. This right here was built by Russia, right? This was built for real, for real. Now, the understanding that I have, when the U.S. wanted to go and investigate it, baby, they would not allow them to, honey. They said, no, baby. So, DeGale, I'm thinking the reason why they going up there because they that's how they was able to find this when they went up there. So it's like whatever they can do upon the land, because they got them frequencies, they got these lasers where they can tell if somebody coming over here from the air. So what overseas, what it started doing, it started going up in space and looking at the land like that. And that's how they was able to build this satellite thing that can shoot. Y'all, look at this. They built this satellite type thing that can melt, okay, and take away cities, not one, but cities at a time. But see, they started getting laid back. They started getting more relaxed. Stood they focus on home, which is us. They started taking care of other people, countries, and different things like that. All that stuff to me wasn't a distraction. That's just my opinion. You got people over here who is homeless, and they started giving them people millions of dollars over there. They started blowing up, falling down, and they started giving them money to build back up. And people over here is suffering. It's not right, y'all. It's not right. Yes, it is in Revelation, Miss Lovely Lisa. Lovely Lisa. Dookie said, yes, sometime I think that because what they are going into space. Yeah, they're going, yeah, Dookie. That's why they're going into space. I believe, and I'm going to tell y'all something. Dookie Fetus, yes, Lisa. Lovely Lisa said, I always feel like there is another planet and they're looking at us. Ooh, Lisa, lovely Lisa, I still feel the same way. I feel that's where all the missing people at. Lisa, I used to felt the same exact thing you saying, but I used to feel like they've been experimenting on these missing people. It's just something about that DNA. The other night I was telling y'all, everybody gonna have to go and get their blood drawn because they got to see where your level is at. Your level going to determine A, B, and C. That's what God showed me in a vision, y'all. So if your blood level is going to determine where you're going to be placed, it's for a reason. Lisa, I agree with that, what you just said, honey. I always felt it's some other being out there besides us. I always felt that. Okay, let me go back and show y'all this. Because this little thing goes so fast, y'all. I'll show y'all that. And I'm going to play this right quick, y'all, okay?
Millions are in danger along with the entire future of the United States government.
Okay.
Attack. Millions are in danger along with the entire future of the United States government. What now? This isn't the first time the threat of nuclear annihilation was high on the government's mind. Ever since the U.S. beat the Nazis to the bomb and was followed by the Soviets only years later, the government's been preparing for the worst-case scenario of a nuclear strike on the homeland. Initially, the threat was the Soviet Union, the United States' arch nemesis. But now the threat of nuclear attack comes from China, Russia, North Korea, Pakistan, rising powers like Iran, and even international terror groups. No one knows whether any of these besides the first two even have the capability to hit the United States. But the government is not going to test their luck. After the September 11th terror attacks, the government quickly moved to plan for all eventualities and have a plan of action in case of worst-case scenarios. There are multiple scenarios created by the Department of Homeland Security, and a nuclear attack is National Response Scenario number 1. Ominously, the scenarios are ranked by how likely they are to occur, which means the government thinks that a nuclear attack on the homeland is the most likely catastrophic scenario to occur, and dealing with it will not be simple. The government's first step is...
The government really think in their head they're untouchable. Nothing can be able to touch them. Y'all got to understand. Now, I just named all these places they're teaming up. So ask yourself something. If all these places teaming up, you got poor old USA by themselves. The great old USA who won all the war, who trying to run every single thing somebody got. Y'all really, these people is mad. You can't go to these people place hijacking it and trying to run their place and tell them how to run. These people is upset, y'all. When we used to go to France, y'all, the people was very welcoming, but these people don't want us over there. So imagine all of them sitting there in their meeting talking about us, the U.S., and we got to go down too. But we wrapped in God. We ain't got that to worry about. But I'm saying innocent people got to go down for selfish people who don't have a mindset of other people in this world too that's being selfish. Everything rules around money and power. That's it. But don't y'all know when World War III take place, even the Most High say in Revelation, that's when he's going to step in? And when he step in, everybody that I just named to y'all, all are going to try to go against him. You can't touch God. What's wrong with these people, y'all? Why y'all think they built that machine I just showed y'all? That was built for a reason. The man who give technology to everybody, y'all telling me y'all going against God? The man who created everything on this earth and give man the knowledge to create it? They don't think God got the power to actually diminish what they got. If he had the power to give them, to make this stuff, he got the power to take it away, to wipe them away on what they got and make it stop. We got to use common sense, man. These people is not using common sense. They really believe they got power. They ain't got more power than God. But y'all, there's more to that, what I'm not telling y'all. So let me go back.
On the government's mind. Ever since the U.S. beat the Nazis to the bomb and was followed by the Soviets only years later, the government's been preparing for the worst-case scenario of a nuclear strike on the homeland. Initially, the threat was the Soviet Union, the United States' arch nemesis. But now the threat of nuclear attack comes from China, Russia, North Korea, Pakistan, rising powers like Iran, and even international terror groups. No one knows whether any of these besides the first two even have the capability to hit the United States. But the government is not going to test their luck. After the September 11th terror attacks, the government quickly moved to plan for all eventualities and have a plan of action in case of worst-case scenarios. There are multiple scenarios created by the Department of Homeland Security, and a nuclear attack is National Response Scenario number 1. Ominously, the scenarios are ranked by how likely they are to occur, which means the government thinks that a nuclear attack on the homeland is the most likely catastrophic scenario to occur, and dealing with it will not be simple. The government's first step is to try to keep a lid on the nuclear threat, and that's a lot more complicated than it used to be. In the Cold War, keeping the nukes from being launched usually meant talking to one man, the premier of the Soviet Union, While other countries had nuclear weapons, they were usually firmly aligned with one of two sides. Now, with India and Pakistan both having nukes and being in a low-boil state of war with each other, plus the notoriously unstable Kim regime testing missiles all the time, there are far more variables. And with the collapse of the Soviet Union and instability in other regimes, means it's possible for nuclear weapons and dirty bombs to wind up on the black market, which means that nuclear weapons could hit the homeland in more ways than one. The biggest threat is long-range nuclear missiles, which carry the biggest payload. It's believed that only Russia and China have the ability to hit the U.S. this way, with North Korea working hard to join the club. Other countries' nuclear missiles are mostly designed to deal with threats in their backyard. While this is the most predictable threat, it's also the most dangerous. These are the missiles that will carry the biggest payload and could annihilate a whole metro area in a single hit. The United States, Russia, and China each have enough of these to annihilate life on Earth several times over, which is why an early warning system is key. The United States, Canada, and Denmark developed a radar system during the Cold War to warn of incoming Soviet missiles. Because the shortest route for a Soviet missile was through the North Pole, they built the infrastructures throughout the Arctic. Those systems were the building blocks for ballistic missile warning systems around the world. And they're It's national.
Okay. Lovely Lisa. Miss Dookie say yes, 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 Lisa. Lisa, I feel like there's always another planet, and they're looking at us. I feel that's where all the missing people at. I agree, Lisa. Amelia said they're walking and living among us. Amelia, I agree. I be telling that all the time when I'm on this live. You can feel it. Remember I told y'all about the three entities that's living upon the earth around us? I agree, Amelia, honey. You own it. Dookie said God is putting his chosen people in isolation for such a time as this. People seek the Father. It's something to face if you don't know the Almighty for real. To God be all the glory. Dookie, I agree. I have experienced some people among acting like robots. Woo! Dookie, I've been talking about that too in one live, and you ain't lying. Acting like robots. To God be all the glory. I pray everybody be ready. I ask God whatever he's doing in this season, don't do it without me. I agree. Lord, please don't leave me out. Dookie, I believe God is doing a great awakening. I do believe that, and he is, just like how you said, but his people, I believe is happening. Everything you saying, I believe is happening as we speak. All this stuff is not happening by coincidence, y'all. God has started reserving people, but now he began to wake them up for a reason. We all love to have fun, but we can feel something in the air ain't right, y'all. I can feel it, just something not right. And that's why I tell people we got to get it together, y'all. We really do got to get it together. This is sad. These people is preparing for war. Okay, while we sitting here bickering, going at one another on these different platforms. It's time to start being in preparation. Where you going to go if something happens? Every family should have a plan. If I can't make it through to get home because of traffic, I'm going to be the XYZ. Or kids, y'all going to be in school. If y'all got to break loose and run, if home is close by, do XYZ. It's time for us to start having family meetings, talking about what if. Because if we don't have nothing in plan, y'all, and it does break out, we're going to be scrambling all across the place where the kids at. I don't know. I thought they was there. It's like panicking because we're not practicing this stuff ahead of time. But the Most High God did show me in the vision when that time come, he is going to allow his visionary people to tell you where to go. To make sure y'all stay safe. Those of y'all who is not visionary, God is going to allow somebody to direct where you got to go when that time comes. It's very important. Right. Okay. Okay, I got that one. But this, a little bit more of that video.
president says no, and her people must be ready to fight. Cities of the future to accommodate our growing population. These cities have new design concepts and incorporate amazing new technological innovations. So join me for today's video as we take a trip around the world to explore 15 amazing future cities currently under construction.
Now, y'all remember when I told y'all about the new cities being built? Now, a lot of waste or nuclear stuff being let loose in different cities to get these people over time to move to these new cities that's being built. Now, what's supposed to happen when they get to these new cities is like they in control of you. It's like they in control of everything, how you spend your money, how many people in your household, how many water you drink. I mean, they're gonna have totally control over every single thing. Now, while we sitting here bickering with one another, all this stuff is happening behind the scene. We being blindsided. We got to start taking this stuff serious. But this is, because matter of fact, in the U.S., a lot of these cities being built underground, and a lot is being built on top of ground still as today. But the future is a lot's supposed to be, I think it's the second or third level underground, something like that.
In recent years, China's begun to turn towards greener energy alternatives, and one striking example of this is Lizhou Forest City. The idea behind it is that all of its buildings will be completely covered in plants and trees, with all of these buildings having square and rectangular cubicles for people to work and live in. The hope is that these cities can be as close to carbon neutral as possible, and while one of these buildings with a capacity of 500 people has already been built, the goal is to make an entire city of them that can house up to 30,000 people, 40,000 trees, and more than 1 million plants from over 100 different species. Number 14, Diamniadio Lake City. Senegal is one of West Africa's more important economies, yet in order to propel it to the next level, the government has begun construction of Diamniadio Lake City, being built in an attempt to relieve the congestion of the capital city of Dakar and spur new business activity. The project is coming in at a whopping $2 billion and should be completed by 2035. The hope is that the city will have several futuristic buildings, with some of the highlights including the Abu Dhabi International Conference Area, the Dakar Arena for sports, and an exhibition center. However, given that the construction began quite recently, and since many things are still up in the air, only time will tell whether or not it will develop.
Okay, that's it for that, y'all. I had cut a lot of other ones out just to make it quick. Dookie said, I have experienced some people among acting like robots. To God be all the glory. I pray everybody be ready. I ask God, whatever he is doing in this season, do not do it without me. I agree. Benita Taylor said, hey, beautiful love. Hello, everyone. How you doing, Miss Benita? Dookie said, hey, Miss Benita. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. The season that we live in, we must pray. Y'all stay encouraged. Don't y'all, let me tell you. You're going to be around people who is going to discourage you. They're going to make you feel like you're going crazy. They're going to make it seem like you ain't know what you're talking about. They're going to make it seem like something is about you. I told y'all this. Don't y'all get discouraged. God is really using y'all in this season. Sometime when the enemy is not where you at right now, it's going to discourage you. It's going to say things to piss you off. But you must stand. Y'all, I was so upset yesterday because, listen, people are going to say things, they're going to do things to piss you off because they don't want you to see what they're doing. They don't want some of y'all visionary people of God to see them on the evil that they're doing. But they're not understanding when they encourage God people, God is going to make sure he provide and take care of them. Every single day, God is showing me things even more and more and more. And I don't get mad. I just take it for what it is. Dookie said, hey, Benita. Carla Miller, speaking of Miss Benita. Benita Taylor said, hey, beautiful love and everyone. How you doing, Miss Benita? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Benita said, hey, Dookie and Miss Carla. Don't y'all get discouraged. Some of y'all just feel like giving up sometime. God said, don't you get discouraged. Let me tell y'all something. This young man, Let me use it for this young man put something on his page, y'all, and I wasn't mad. But my thing is, if you could sit here and encourage people, we should be able to take constructive criticism too. But the young man who sit here not even being encouraging, he really been trying to dampen the spirit of God people. This young man play as a man, and that's why I said I don't have anything against people who is homosexuals or anything in that nature. They're human like us, right? But my problem is when you got these men who act like they're for man and woman only. They're a man, but they're for woman. And behind the scene, they're sleeping with men. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. When I see this type of stuff, because they're trying to discourage God people. I don't mess with these people who say they're a woman if they're a man. I don't care about that. But when you say you screed and you ain't screed and you hide behind closed doors and making it seem the people who is doing this type of stuff, you're teasing them, picking on them, all sorts, y'all. People will make it seem like you're going out of your mind because they're upset because you can see the things they're doing behind closed doors. And sometimes they insert themselves in things too. I never say I've been a minister or a pastor. No. I say I'm a seer of God. I can see things. But sometimes people will get upset and you probably not even thinking about them. You just saying what God tell you to say and they get discouraged. They feel upset about it and they feel some type of way. This is sad, y'all. I never knew. Apostle told me, oh yeah, it's like that. You're going to go through several things like that. People even going to turn their back on you because of it. I didn't know from a level like this, it been like this, y'all. That stuff will make you want to just throw in the towel and say, you know what? Just the heck with these people, Lord, do whatever you want to do with them. I'm serious, y'all. When that young man did that, he ain't no young man. Trying to tear down God's people. That's not right. When you got people encouraging other people, you love and embrace that type of stuff. That's how blessings come to us. Blessings can't come when you always in foolishness, want to tear down God's people. God says it's better to have a little than not to have none at all. This is crazy. Dookie said, hey, Benita. Carla Miller speaking to Miss Benita. Benita said, hey, Dookie and Miss Carla. This is horrible, y'all. This is very horrible. And Lord have mercy, you know. But I'm understanding and I thank God each and every day, y'all. Every day I thank God for this, for allowing me to see. Every day He is downloading in my head, my heart. He is allowing me to see things. And I thank God for that. I got to work on me and I do so. You know, and I don't have no hell in my heart. I don't. But if I feel something and God tell me to talk about it, I'ma say it. I don't be saying things because I'm hearing something. I don't do that. I say things because God allowed me to feel it in my heart. I'm doing what He tell me to do. If He say, Miss Bunny, you know, tell Miss Carla XYZ, I'ma tell Carla. Carla the only one know if it's true or not. I'm only just a messenger. I'm just doing what He asked me to do. If He said don't say anything, I don't say anything. So we got to stop pointing our fingers, but we need to learn to encourage people more. You know, we so quick to down people than to encourage them. And sometimes people can get jealous off gifts of God. We live in a sad world, y'all. And I believe the season that we live in, God is not going to allow us to be jealous of other people's gift. He's not going to allow us to be around His people being jealous with that type of spirit. That's not right, y'all. So y'all stay encouraged. I don't care if it's your family member. I don't care if it's your sister and brother. Anybody who you know, you don't let nobody discourage you. Keep your head on the swivel at all times. Miss Dookie said you are telling the truth about blood. They experiment on minds. Oh my God, this week I have the universal blood. I never took the jab. It's funny to me because God got me. To God be all the glory. Ooh, Dookie, God got you, honey. See, God gonna give us these revelations before that time comes, and He's gonna let us know what's going on. And by you not doing that, Dookie, I didn't did it neither. And that's why I say to God be all the glory. Dookie, you know how many people I've talked to who is around me in real life and I begged them not to do that? You know, some of these people question answer was, I'm gonna need my job. I said, if you got faith in God, God gonna make sure you get it. If they fire you, God said He gonna give you another job, even better if you got faith. Oh, I ain't gonna be able to eat. I'm gonna need. I mean, they didn't have no faith in God at all. None. I said, look at me. I had something going on with me at that time, and I stood trusting God. And I said, you is healthy. You ain't got nothing going on with you. Are you kidding me? I said, I'm taking a more risk than what you is, but I trust and believe in God. I said, you're going to be fine. Don't do it. That faith is a powerful thing. We all need it. Carla said, yes, jealousy is a bad mamma jamma. Yes, it is. Jealousy will tear somebody down. Jealousy will cause people to throw good people in the furnace too. Jealousy will cause people to hate you and you could be a good person. Jealousy does all sorts of things, but you got to understand the Most High even speaks about jealous people is a special place for people who is jealous. Amelia says, say it, talk about it, my sister. Amelia, I sure will. I sure will. I'm not going to sit and keep silent. God wants us to help each other. Y'all in this chat, whoever come on or on this chat, y'all more than welcome to tell me something too. I'm not exempt. I'm nothing. I've been understand that concept. I'm not too proud to sit up here and talk to y'all and then go turn around when y'all tell me something I'm doing this. She ain't got to worry with me no more. The devil is a lie. God wants to learn from each other. He wants to love each other. He wants to learn from each other and encourage each other. And I'm going to do my best to do that. I don't ever just speak out of turn. When I'm on here talking to y'all, God's really speaking my spirit about things. He does. And He'll tell me different things to say. They getting mad at God. They ain't getting mad at me. And I promise you, by everything I love, God tell me what to say. If He say I need you to go a little further and say this because somebody in doubt, that means He is talking to you. You see, people think when you talk, people know who we talking to. I don't be knowing. I just told one of my sisters the other day. I said I don't be knowing until I done got deep into the live, and then sometime God allow me to see the person. He don't all the time because every message is not for some people or me. It's just for that individual. And I can understand sometimes when people looking at things, they be saying, oh, somebody talking behind the scene about me and everybody know it's me, so let me go. Nobody don't even know it's you. Amelia said, say it, talk about it, my sister. Amelia, you know I will, honey. Dookie said, rather not speak the truth about recent experiment with laboratories. Dookie, I sure will. I sure will. These blood they taking nowadays, they checking your blood to see which level you at. Everybody got a level. O positive is great. You could give your blood to any single body if you O positive. Y'all ever notice if you was to get sick and you go to the hospital, back then, I can't say for now, but back then you get sick and you're O positive, they treat you way different, put you in a better room. Most time you have a room by yourself because what God's showing me, they don't want to contaminate you. Even though you're in the hospital, they don't want to take a chance by placing you in a room with somebody else. They just treat you a little bit different because if you're A, how the blood level work? You got O positive, you got AB. I believe these are still levels. These people know y'all. But they checking your blood to see where your level, your culture, they checking for all kind of stuff, y'all. How many sickness you got in your body, all that stuff is going to determine what level they're going to put you on. When people was getting a jab, I saw where it's supposed to affect sick people, people who is really sick, like sick. It's supposed to have swiped them out. But those who survived, they could have tell their immune wasn't that low. That's why they still here. That thing go deep, y'all. Uh, Carla Miller said, yes, jealousy is a bad mamma jamma. Yes, it is. Amelia, I read that one. Dookie said, rather not speak too much about recent experiment with laboratories. I got you, Dookie. Carla Miller said, I went to the doctor for some issues and was told I will need surgery and wanted to check my blood, but I couldn't afford it. But now, kind of sorry I didn't. Why you say that, Miss Carla? Girl, you give that thing to God and you pray. You ain't got nothing to be sorry about. Always remember, if God, the man who give you life and death, ain't nobody can give you that except God. So I'd rather trust in God. That's in everything I do, y'all. You got to put your trust in God, but I know God didn't mean us to be no fool neither. But I'm going to say this, Colin. The times we live in, always pray, put God first. God will send somebody who is godly that will protect you. Let me use this for an example. My sister and her husband was sick with that thing, y'all. They didn't get the jab. They was in the hospital. Both of them had it real bad. It was three of them all together. And they already done discussed not to get on the machine thing because the machine was really been doing people out. When you get this type stuff, it's best to sign off. Do not put me on that machine. Let me just fight it off myself. You got a better chance of your body operating the way you want it to than something having you under where it just shutting you down altogether. Don't ever do that. That's what been swiping the people out, but they find out sooner or later that's what it was. She said she did some praying when she went to that hospital because she called me. And me and her talked for a little while. I keep checking up on them, why they was there. And sometimes I couldn't because they were so bad off. But make the long story short, she prayed and make sure, because, they passed this. She prayed and make sure that God sent somebody who is a Christian, who believe in God in their room. She prayed where she didn't have nobody out of the will of God. She told me everybody who helped her and her husband was godly people. She said that doctor came in there and said, oh, you a pastor or something? She said, yes, sir. He said, I could have tell. See, when we pray, Carla, and ask God to keep us protected, even if you couldn't afford it at that time, but when you put God first, not saying you don't, we always put God first, He's going to make a way, or He's going to send somebody to give it to us. It's going to be on time, but we must keep the faith in spite of how it look. Even if you don't have, let me use this for an example. I don't know if you do or not. Even if I don't have enough for something, I still give God the praise. God still make a way for it to come in His own time. But don't you feel bad. Your faithfulness is what going to carry you through. Carla said, Bunny, it's true. It's truly the messenger. Thank you, Miss Carla. May God get all the glory. Carla said, I have a red blood type, but I had to take injections before I was able to give birth to my children. Carla, sometimes doctor's not going to tell you have like a red blood types could be many things, but in the spiritual form, it could be that you have a more cleansed blood. It's not like, let me use this for an example. A more cleansed blood can be blood that wasn't really tainted by so many different things. Your blood, probably the blood type where, and that's why I tell y'all got to be careful when y'all get these different jabs. Carla, God tell me to tell you, you got to be careful when you allowing people to stick things on you. A red blood type can also mean you can be, anything being released, you can fight these type things off. They call red blood types this too. But in the med form, they might be teaching something totally different in the school to people who is licensed. I hope I'm making sense. So a red blood type can be a blood type that can fix other people. It could be a good blood type to where if something was to hit lane, you could just walk free. Everybody else would have to wear masks or do different things. You can roam freely. But I bet you they ain't gonna tell you that. Baby, they ain't gonna let you know that. I bet you before anybody roam freely, they will inject you with a substance where you can't. Because you got to understand, everybody got to fall under the law sooner or later. The law of the land. That's what they create in the law of the land, which is already here, but it's a different law being created. And they want everybody to line up. They don't want one person, off. Okay. So if you're able to roam freely without you getting affected by anything, all that will be changed. Okay. That will have to change in their head. That's why I tell y'all, when you got people, Banky, when you got people contaminating the food, the water, the air, you really think they're going to let somebody like you roam the earth so easily? No. A lot of these people have sicknesses because it was placed on them, okay? And in other words, God do have some people who is sick. These are, we already going to talk about, they're the interceder of the land. They're the good people who's supposed to intercede for this world, right? Everybody is good, but I'm using this for an example. But on the flip side of it, some of these people got sick because what been injected, okay, in their body without their permission. Just like the metal that was placed in both of my hands when I had surgery without my permission. Carla Miller said, I have a rare blood type, but had to take injections before I was able to give birth to my children. Carla said, oh yes, I have to trust in God. Always. You already trust in God, but always keep your faith there, Carla. Carla said, press the like button, beautiful people. Yes, y'all hit that like button. Because I wasn't seeing no likes like that, y'all. It's free. To subscribe to the channel is free. It don't cost nothing, y'all. To hit that subscription and plus hit like is free. Even if I'm not in drama, y'all should still be able to subscribe and hit that like button. Okay? It takes a lot to sit up here and talk to people, you know. It takes a lot and it's draining. You know? But yeah, y'all, we got to be very mindful on how we Judah about 150 years before they exiled into Babylonia and called them to be faithful to God. Yeah, we got to be mindful, y'all. I ask all the time, hit the like button, hit the like button. Do anybody need to talk to me about anything? You're more than welcome. Anything, you're more than welcome. Do y'all want to talk about anything before I get off here? This right here a little bit. Anybody need to talk to me about anything before I get off? Carla said, wonder where everybody is. Carla, some of them in other chats, and some of them probably got home from church kind of winding down. Yep. That's where they at, Carla. Sunday, some of them went to like the second service too, because a lot of churches was giving second service today, where they could have come back and do fellowship. I remember when I used to do 2 services in one day and sometimes 3. Good God Almighty. Baby, let me tell you, that stuff will drain you now. You gotta be on the up and up. And I used to always fall asleep at home a lot. No, Carla, but I'm going to check it. I definitely going to check it, Miss Carla. So how everything been going for you, Miss Carla? How everything been going? And Miss Celeste, honey. Celeste, how are you? Miss Benita, all of y'all, how y'all doing? I'm I'ma check and see if I did. Matter of fact, I could check it now. But I'm not gonna read it out. Let me check now while I'm on the phone. Your email. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all, I be so busy every time I finish something, I jump to something else, something else, something else. Just seem like I don't never get no time like that. Let me see. Got you, Carl. I got you. See how I forget? You see how I forget just that fast? Got you, sis. I got you. Got you. I got it. Yeah, I got it, Carla. I got it, baby girl. I got you. I'ma text you. Not on here, but I'ma text you. Okay? I'ma text you. I got you, honey. Carla said, so just doing my best to be positive. Carla, let me tell you something. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Miss Carla. Carla, always remember this. You can still be positive and give your opinion on something. Okay, that's how you see it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What God don't want us to do. Okay, I could still make reactions if I choose to now. I just can't be. God don't want us to. Let me say it like this. When you speaking about something that happened, that's not being negative, okay? Because I don't want to mistake the people thinking you're speaking about something being negative. When you speak out of term on things, that's being negative. Let me use this for an example. If you decide to make a channel and you want to do a reaction, you say, look at guys, look at what's going on. He just eating too much. All he do is eat. That's your opinion because all you see him doing is eating all the time. That's not lying. That eating. Lying is when you saying things like making up things that's not true. Y'all correct me in the chat if I'm not being on track on what I'm saying. I believe lying is when you making up things on somebody, like saying things like, you pull that worm at your butt, you know that worm been in your butt, girl, something like that, you know. Oh, Carla, girl, you could still, Carla Miller say, I always been a warrior. Worry wart. Carl, let me tell you something. You gotta stop. I've been told you that before. You gotta stop. I used to be like that too, Carla, but I had to break that spirit, honey. You gotta break it. You can't. Let me tell you something. If you dead and gone, these same things gonna be here. Sometimes when you always take too much on, sometimes it's always going to be that way until you actually say, you know what, I'm going to break them chains. I can't, no, Sometimes you got to talk to yourself sometimes and not today. Oh, no, not today. You got to do it. I used to been I probably had PTSD because I used to always clean so much. Everything had to be neat. Every single thing. I had to clean myself because I thought in my head it was going to get clean if I did it the right way. I used to be a neat freak. One of my clients told me one day, she's an older woman. I call her Mother Reed. Mother Reed said, if you don't want to do something, sometime you ain't even got to do it. Just take a shower and go to bed. She told me 2 times in a row the same statement, right? You know what I did? Took a shower and went to bed. I took just what she said. Sometime, Carla, that's what you got to do. You got to change it up. You know, sometimes you got to think about you. When you hear stuff sometime or somebody need to talk to you, whatever it is, sometimes you need to put it on the back burner and just go to bed. Don't think on it no more. And if you think your body is taking on too much, you respond less, then your body won't be intaking so much. That means if somebody want to talk to you about something, just respond less. You got to know when to turn that thing off. If not, it'll start affecting your body. For real, for real. So I understand with that, honey. Gina. Hi, my Gina. Hey, Miss Gina. Gina say hello, love in chat. How you doing, Miss Gina? Colin Miller said, hey there, Gina. Look at Miss Gina, y'all. Um, oh, Dookie said, God will provide. I'm a living testimony. Dookie, you better say so. And sometimes you could speak your testimony too, Dookie. You could always speak your testimony. You just never know who you helping at that time. Testimonies are great, y'all. They help pull people out of the pit, especially when some people feel like they feel down and out. They feel like they're the only one going through something at that time. You just never know who you helping. Your testimony might be helping somebody who might be going through the same exact thing. They might want to tell their testimony, but they're afraid because they think in their head they're the only one going through it. I'm serious. Ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. God said when you when you put yourself out there, He gonna do the rest, but you gotta trust and believe. Don't worry about what somebody gonna say. Half of these people went through the same experience, and some of them are lie and say they ain't never went through it because they worried about what people gonna think. You can't worry about that. We all been through some things. I've been through some things. I sure was. I'm nothing. I'm nothing. You know? But people act they holier than thou, they're not. Trust and believe because we all fall short of the glory of God. Miss Dookie said, beautiful, the morning cause, beautiful, the anointing caused people to be jealous of you and your platform. But God is love. Ooh, Dookie, let me tell you something, Dookie. It's amazing you said that because that was prophesied to me. That was prophesied to me through a woman of God, okay? And through an apostle said the same, and this first lady said the same thing you saying, DeGale. Go ahead, let God use you, honey. Let God use you. Let me tell you something. That's why I be telling people when I be on live, people know if I'm lying or telling the truth. So when you said that, and I ain't never told nobody this, what Dookie saying right now, I never mentioned. I don't even know Dookie. I never even told Dookie this right here. But guess what? She said it. That's confirmation. That's confirmation. That lady, that person don't know me. I never talked to that person, but they know what God. I'm pretty sure God using them because they're saying just what been told to me. Yes, there is, and I'm a nobody. That's the thing. But that's why I told y'all when I came to YouTube from day one, I said one thing about me. I don't never misjudge people. I would like to get to know you. I try to figure you out. But only way I'll probably leave a person alone. Now my thing is if I'm very inviting and I see that I'm drawn to you and you say something slick or let somebody turn your head away from that because I know I'm not like that, I'll back up. I always been like that. So if I welcome you and I know I got some type of feelings for you because the spirit would never die. The spirit's going to interact somehow. You might don't know that person, but the spirit never died. In the past life you did. That's why when I feel something about a person, I get more drawn to them because that's somebody from my past life. It could have been my auntie. It could have been my cousin. It could have been a close friend of mine in my past life, but came back in a different fleshly form. So I am drawn to people like how I'm drawn to y'all in the chat. Everybody who is in my chat, we mostly is connected to each other somehow in life. And some of y'all may leave and probably go on to whatever it's probably for a season. But what I'm saying is that we are drawn to people for a reason. And what we should have done is get to know people. Stop being so judgmental. And this is why I see on YouTube a lot of people would be misjudgmental. If you're not rocking with this or that, they don't care. They don't care. But y'all remember when I told y'all if a lot of this stuff don't stop, the Most High gonna let their pockets dry up. This pastor was speaking about that today, y'all. That same exact thing I was telling y'all. I ain't got no reason lying, because the Bible speak of everybody gonna be on one accord with the word. Dookie said, beautiful love. The anointing causes people to be jealous of you and your platform, but God is love. Prayer. Dookie, like I said, honey, you own it. You own it. And I thank God, y'all. Let me knock on this wood. I thank God I'm not like that. I thank God. I just don't want my feelings to get hurt, y'all. If I'm drawn to somebody, it's not easy for me to be hurt. But I don't like. You need something, baby?
I'm trying to see if the Wi-Fi works on your phone because it's blocked alone.
Huh. You probably reset it. Hit the reset button.
But the phone thing won't stop.
Oh.
I'll wait till you're off.
Mm-hmm. But we just got to be obedient. That's why I tell y'all, we all have great gifts from God. Each and every one of us. And none of us should be jealous of one another. That's not of God. We all should be encouraging each other, lifting them up. I'm not on this platform to preach to nobody. But if I can encourage you and give you the word that God speaks to me, I'm going to give it to you. Because this is what I want God to do. See, we always want things from God, but we don't want to give nothing back. If God give y'all gifts, you better use it. If God give any one of y'all a gift, you use it. Stop second guessing yourself. If you on this platform and God telling you something in the spirit, stop doubting yourself. Just say it. Don't be afraid. Like how Dookie said. Dookie just came out and said it. That's how you allowing your gift to flow. Once you allow your gift to flow, God can use you even more. That's how it works. We shouldn't be here want to be jealous of nobody. God can't use you in a jealous state. We got to be cheerful for one another. We got to love one another. We can't be sitting here in this same old state. Like how he said, how can he put new wine? How can he put the word of God in an old bottle? How? You can't. You can't put new wine in the old bottle. You can, but it's going to be tainted. We got to stop with that, man. People always looking at, oh, look at her. This is she used to do. So what? She used to do this. Y'all used to do it too. Or doing something crazy in your life. I don't like that. Dookie, you continue to let God use y'all. Don't let nobody tell y'all different. Don't let nobody tell y'all God not using y'all. You don't know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. People are put all kind of doubts in your head to make it think like God not using you. God is using you. I hate that. And these churches hurting these people. They got to stop that, man. Stop hurting your members. Stop it. I be saying when people go through church hurt, I say all the time, when y'all go through these church hurt, I say, if everybody leave that church, what they going to have? They ain't going to have nobody in there. Stop hurting the people. I hate to see people church hurt, man. At least get the people and get the person and talk to them, pull them to the side. Y'all, when I didn't like something, my right hand before God. After church service, I was on it. I said, you don't mind if I talk to you for a minute? Got time? Sure, girl, you can talk to me. I don't mind. And when we talk in private, I let them know how I feel. I didn't appreciate that. Or how I let it be known. I'm not going to just tell somebody else about. I'm telling that person how I felt. Okay. I'm going to tell that person, God said you need to go to your sister and brother and make your whatever it is right. I'll go to them. If God led in my spirit, don't you say anything. I give you the words to speak. I'm going to speak what God tell me to speak. Carla Miller said, Gina. Oh, I read that one. Dookie said, Carla, beautiful speaking truth about blood. About blood. Don't get, I don't get colds. Not a sickly individual person. To God be all the glory. Dookie, let me tell you something. I've been telling y'all too, I really don't get colds neither. Dookie, I'm along with you. I don't know what's going on, but God be all the glory, honey. But the other day, y'all, I was down. Did I told y'all what happened when I went to I think it was Doctor's Care? They checked my blood. No. And they checked my urine and different things. She said everything came back negative. But I told her that's something ain't right. Feel like I got a kidney infection, right? Yeah. She said, no, your urine look clear. You ain't got no kidney infection. I went to my regular doctor, y'all, 2 days ago. Oh, no, God. He checked it. Was it 2 days ago, y'all? Well, anyway, he checked it. Guess what? I did had it, y'all. Kidney infection. Because I've been wondering, my urine turned back, look like it's like a dark yellow. It's blood in it. Y'all see how, y'all don't hear me right now. Y'all see what's going on? This lady know the whole time. Cause matter of fact, when she walked out the room, I told somebody, I said, she lying. I said, I got a kidney infection. This lady's lying. God telling me she lying. God is a man who ain't gonna lie. You know what they told me was in the room? Why she gonna do that? She a doctor. She would listen. God told me that lady is lying. I didn't want to argue with her. I let her carry her behind on nothing. Guess what God tell me? Oh, you got a doctor's appointment coming. What was Tuesday or Wednesday? Let your doctor do it then. You be fine. And guess what? It's sure enough been that. People think you're a fool. That's why I tell y'all, God gonna protect his people all the time. He gonna protect us, y'all. That thing had me sick as a dog. On top, I was going through spiritual attacks. On top of that. Then on top of that, I was dealing with the witches attacking me. Let me tell y'all something. When I go on the other side of the media and I be talking, it be a little bit, the videos be a little bit different than what I do on here. Y'all, when I say it on witches, it's pissed. They mad, y'all. Ooh, they mad, baby, they mad. They try to bring division in my home. When I say them things is mad. But I say I'm going to keep on going. I'm not going to let that witch stop me. And that's a real witch, y'all, okay? I'm not going to allow no division. No, ma'am, I'm not going to allow that. God don't like us bickering with one another. Carla Miller said it's enough out here for everyone on these platforms, and there is no need to be jealous because everybody don't like the same thing. Carla, I agree. I do agree with that, Miss Carla. I do agree, Miss Carla. Cause I think I said something with that the other day. I said, why is it? I was speaking about God's people. But you know, I got like I tell you earlier, Carla, you can't worry about nothing, so I ain't even worrying about it no more, girl. I just be like, it is what it is, you know. Okay, anybody need to ask me anything before I log off? Carla, Misty Hill. Anybody need to ask me anything before I log off? Anything before I log off? I'm making sure I'm not leaving nobody out. Carla said, thanks for the message. As always, beautiful love. Carla, you more than welcome, honey. But I said, you know what? Yesterday, on the other side, I had to delete that video because somebody told me I was out of pocket, you know, talking about the witches and stuff like that. But y'all don't understand. When you get tired of something, it'll make anybody just feel over. It's a time when these people, y'all, is old people. Okay? Why? Y'all don't understand, Miss Carla. I just get tired of that stuff. I get real tired. Sometimes I be saying to myself, Lord have mercy. And like I told y'all, These type people would never die, y'all. They live their life the fullest. They the most healthiest type people. They don't get sick in their body. They just live on, live on, live on. But God said that afterlife is when he going to deal with them. That's when they got to pay it back eternally. Because I couldn't understand that. I said, why these healthy people in good health are being evil? Evil, y'all. Beating down God's people. And call himself first lady or ministers and all kind of stuff. I had to pray on that thing. Carla said they were probably a witch themselves. Carla, yes, they was. Carla, that thing, let me tell you something. When something done bother you over close to 15 years, that's a witch. And it ain't gonna stop by all means. Make up all kind of lies. Just, that stuff is draining. But God done spoke in my spirit and told me that afterlife is what she got to deal with. That's how she going to pay back. Forever. And that's the one. Y'all ever wonder people around y'all may see have a lot of hell in them. And they the most healthiest. They don't go through nothing. They don't go through nothing. Nothing. So I'm about to sign off, y'all. I'm going to count down to 10, 9. All right, Binky. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. May the Most High bless y'all 100-fold. Thank y'all so much once again.